Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining in this class. Today, we're going to be talking about how to conduct a seller's seminar. My name is Anna Villalobos, and I'll be sharing this topic with you. I'm going to share my screen so you're able to see what I am going to be talking about. All right. If during this short class you have any questions or comments, or you're still if you have any doubts, feel free to comment below, leave a comment, and I will be checking here for anything, and hopefully I can answer any questions or clarify any doubts. So yeah, today we are going to be talking about putting together a seller's seminar. And having a seller's seminar is a great way to gather home owners in the area. Put here on slideshow to talk about subjects that they are interested in, gather their information, promote yourself as a real estate agent in the area, help the community, and ultimately get the listing. So there's a lot of benefits in hosting a seminar, whether it is for buyers or sellers. It kind of provides a lot of benefits towards you and your business, but also for the client, since you are providing something that is valuable to them. Hosting a seller's seminar, it has been said over the years that if you don't list, you don't last. And this may be the case in many stances, but how does a real estate professional go about obtaining listings in a systematic way to create constant pipeline? One system component should be education, and that's where hosting a home seller seminar enters the plan. I'm sorry. So yes, we are constantly gathering clients and lining up leads for our next transaction. If you're an active agent, full-time agent working, you know that lead generation is one of the most important things for your business. It's basically the base of your business, and you're constantly looking for ways to get more clients, or to kind of increase your database, to have more people to contact. And some of us, we work on a niche, like we have our niche, we work on a specific way of lead generation, and one of them is hosting seminars and hosting buyer seminars, seller seminars, just to kind of gather people around and put them in one place together, to see how many business you can get, but also providing that very important information for them that is useful for for their home or for their information. There are a lot of existing homeowners, and many either want to sell or want to sell soon. The vast majority understand the real estate process as a buyer because obviously they are homeowners, so they went through the process of buying, but very few totally understand the selling process. So buying and selling is two different processes. They're in the same transaction, but the seller is experiencing something and the buyer is experiencing another. And the selling process doesn't have to be tricky, doesn't have to be difficult. There is a lot of work involved before, but once you're under contract, obviously you're just kind of waiting for closing date, which is ultimately the goal. But there is a lot of things that you can provide as information for sellers to prepare for that decision. A home seller seminar should provide valuable information to home sellers in such a way that empowers them, aids them in making the selling decision, and helps them to realize that it is best to have a representation. A great way to educate sellers is through a seminar. So today we will be guided through the process of planning a home sellers seminar. So that's basically what you're going to be doing. You are going to be providing that valuable, helpful information, and also, you know, helping them see that it is best to have a representation or be represented by a real estate agent through the process, since, you know, it's a lot faster, more secure, and it's guaranteed that you're gonna get a buyer for them. You're gonna find a buyer for them. So this is just one way. And one of the first things that we have to keep in mind when, you know, you're planning your seminar, you're planning to get all your clients, you're planning to get, all the people that you're going to invite, you're getting motivated because, you know, obviously this is going to bring you more business. And it's important to really break down the process and start from, you know, what you have to do before you host a seminar. It's very, very important for us to educate ourselves and to know exactly what's going to happen and what information is going to be given, and, you know, be prepared to answer questions and all that stuff. So it's very important to have an end goal, which I've already mentioned, is to basically get the listing. It's the end goal. Putting together a seminar is based on goals you want to accomplish at the end of it. What are your goals? What do you hope to get from gathering people to talk about selling their homes? As mentioned before, a seminar is also a service to the community that can put you in the public's attention. Collecting information to build your database, get listings there or potential future listings by following up. So write down your goals. What are the 3 things that you want to accomplish when hosting a seller seminar? What are the things that you want to focus on? And just, you know, have a plan of execution, have a plan before, not just jump into a room filled with people that could possibly become your clients and not really have a direction or focus. Yeah, you're going to be talking about subjects that might not involve, you know, directly asking them, do you want to list your house? Do you want to sell? But, you know, information that's going to be helpful for them. But then at the end, you know, stay focused and asking them directly what you want from them or what you are looking for, because they know once they, you know, once they've entered or once they've accepted to be part of your seminar or, you know, attend your seminar, you know, the thought of selling their house is already in their minds. So they know that they're going, you know, with that possibility of being asked if they want to sell or list their house. So writing down your end goals is very important. Write it down, have a list, make a plan, everything. Always make a plan before you start working on it. Promote your seminar. It's another thing that we have to do. Promote your seminar every chance you get daily. So this is something that, you know, you're probably going to blow up your Facebook or your Instagram. Promote it. This is done the same way you promote yourself for your business, using social media, calls, flyers, postcards, and my personal tip is to call your sphere of influence and homeowners in your database personally invite them. So this is always going to be my favorite because I have experience, and promoting it and making noise about it will, you know, bring people or interested people. If you'll get their attention, they might contact you to get more information about it, or if there is information, they might show up. But the best way to make sure that people are going to come is to simply invite them. If you're thinking, you know, if you're thinking big and you want to get a lot of people, you know, 20, 30 people in a room, You might want to focus maybe in a community and maybe go door knocking, invite them personally, or focus in your database, invite those people that you already know and you haven't closed with them. They're just your contacts, you know, they're homeowners. They haven't mentioned to you that they want to sell, but maybe it could happen that, you know, that little push can make them want to list and, you know, grow or whatever plans they have. And it's just simply pick up the phone, call everybody. Hey, I want to invite you to this seminar. We're going to be talking about these things that are, you know, very helpful for you. You might be interested, you know, and try to get them to say yes and try to get them to accept and to make sure that they're going to show up, because you don't want to, you know, organize an event like this, spend money, invite people, and not have many people showed up. So you don't want 2 or 3 people showing up when, you know, you prepare something for maybe 30, 40 people. So it's very important to promote yourself constantly, promote it in your company. Social media, like I mentioned, is one of the best ways, and it's free. Join groups where you can promote this. Don't leave information out like the day, time, and place. Don't promote it without that type of information. Always post it on there. Just put it there, let people know. Some people might not contact you or let you know that they're going, but they show up because they saw the information there and oh, they're like, that's really close to my house, or that's really close to where I work. I'm gonna go. So promote it, and promote it. And this is gonna, you know, take some time, but you know, if you do it with good enough time, you might have a good number of attendees. So after you've promoted yourself, not after, maybe during, when you're doing your planification, it is very important to select a subject that will attract homeowners. So the first step into putting together a seminar is the valuable content you will provide to all future sellers. What are the things that will make them come to you, to your seminar, that is considered valuable to them and ultimately make the decision to list their property with you? Content such as preparing your home before selling or before listing, how to get the most money on your property, home improvements that add value to your property. So we got a bunch of topics to choose from. And these topics have to be focused on what they want to hear, not just, you know, you sitting there and telling them why they have to list with you, or, you know, why they have to work with you. I mean, these stuff that can help them even if they don't list in the moment. So, how to avoid foreclosure, short sales, tax, legal implications, how to get a financial approval while selling your property. So how to buy and sell at the same time. Those are topics that are very catchy and might interested a homeowner into coming into your seminar. And this is very important. So you may have different topics, so you don't have to stick to one. You can choose, you know, maybe 3 or 4 topics, depending on the amount of people that are going to be sharing that information, aside from yourself. So one thing that is very important is that once you've selected your subject, that subject is targeted to a specific type of audience. So it's not just, you know, all sellers in general. There's all different types of sellers. You got your residential homeowners, you know, just regular homeowners, and then you got your for sale by owners or FSBOs, which are sellers. You know, they can be residential homeowners, but, you know, a class just for people that are selling their home on their own, you know, might be a challenge, but it's possible. And they're a type of sellers. So you put them in a category. Another type of owners are empty nesters, people that are, you know, that they raised children, those children have gotten married, they left the house. Now their parents are left in a huge empty house and they want to downsize to a smaller house. So you might attract a bunch of empty nesters and talk about topics that they might be interested and focus, the attention to what it's like being empty nesters. And you can incorporate this topic into your subject or your theme of your seminar. Another type of sellers are investors, and this is a whole different type of sellers. Investors are, they're business people. They work, they invest in real estate. They have a lot of knowledge in what they do, but there's some stuff that they're not qualified to do, and that's where you come in, which means that you can provide them with information that they are definitely going to be interested in. So you don't want to bring a bunch of investors along with, regular residential homeowners and put them together because they might have different interests and different needs. So it's always good to target your audience specifically. If you just want to focus on residential homeowners, which is probably the easiest and most general topic or general audience, you may do so by starting like that, then maybe get more information or more skillful into working with for sale by owners, and get them all in a room and see if you can convince them to list with an agent, at the same time as you are providing them with different information that they might be useful for them. So who is your audience? Who is your target? It's always very important to have this written down in your goals and your planification. Another point is gather your team of experts. As a seminar is being developed, gather a team of experts, professionals to open a conversation among the sellers. It is a great way to engage with them. This can mean that you can invite home inspectors, lenders, contractors, structural engineers, radon experts, and even real estate attorneys to answer questions among the audience. So you don't want to do this by yourself. You may do this by yourself, but having other people come in and talk about the subjects that we as agents are not, we're not certified to speak about it. For example, home inspections, maybe appraisals. I forgot to add it here, but maybe bringing an appraiser is a great way to talk about things that they perform when they do an appraisal on a property, to maybe talk about the process of it, what the sellers need to know and take care of before selling their house. This is where home inspectors come in too. What do they look for? What kind of things do they inspect for sellers to have their house ready to sell? Contractors, to talk about different remodeling tips, or maybe construction permits. I don't know, they may provide a lot of helpful information for them. Structural engineers, talk about foundations, how to take care of your foundation, how to, knowing what to do if you see cracks or on your foundation, your basement. They're the experts to talk about those subjects. A radon expert, this is very common here in Georgia. There's a lot of specific areas where the radon percentage is very high, and this is very dangerous for people that are living in a property with high levels of radon, because it is a toxic gas. It doesn't smell, you can't see it, it's just there, and it causes a lot of health issues in people. Bringing somebody to talk about what it does, how to fix it, how to fix your home if your house has a lot of radon. This is something that is super, super amazing to talk about with homeowners, because they might want to, you know, also use their services. A real estate attorney that can answer questions about, you know, estates, deeds, transfers, and just answer questions in the audience if anything comes up, you know, that we as agents are not, you know, qualified or allowed to answer. An attorney may be a great person to come to your seminar and, you know, give a little bit of information to sellers. So gather your team of experts, gather those people that are going to help you develop your seminar, the topics and the content that you're going to be providing. And that way you're not giving all the information just yourself. And this is an amazing way to, or a catch for people to come to your seminar and be part and hopefully get the listing at the end. So how long should a seminar last? Seminars should last 45 minutes to an hour and an hour and a half. You know, anywhere from 45 to an hour and a half is perfect. The entire duration, I would say maybe 2 hours. Just keep it under 2 hours, or right around an hour and a half. You don't want to keep people for too long. They are going to get bored. They're going to get tired. They're going to have things to do. And they're going to want to leave early without you getting through your seminar. So that time should be information heavy, meaning that you're going to give them everything that you have or everything that you plan to give, to offer and to share that day. And start on time. Start on time. Always start on time. Don't start if the event is more than 10 minutes late. It's a drag. It makes people anxious, and you know, they might leave sooner. So in the beginning of your seminar, hand out a packet that includes the information that will be covered in the seminar. But a good tip you may do is to exclude a few things, so if a person leaves early, they can contact you for more information. And also you can contact them to see if they have any more questions as an excuse or a motive to give them a call afterwards. Always be precise and on time. So, you know, people are very satisfied when they get to a place and they say they're going to start at a certain time. It starts at a certain time and it ends when it says it will end. So maybe a few minutes may pass after the time, but it could be because people are very engaged and people are asking questions and everybody is hooked on what is being said and is absorbing all the information given. So it's only acceptable to pass the time limit if the people are engaging in the conversation and in the information that is given to them. So don't start late. You know, you start, if it says it started at 6, start at 6. Giveaways, prizes, gift cards, any free giveaways is a perfect touch to motivate your audience to stay all the way through your seminar. You may prepare gifts coming from you and also ask your team of experts to sponsor some of those gifts, such as gift cards or other things. You don't have to do it all yourself. If you're inviting, you know, like an appraiser or an inspector, have them sponsor a gift or gift card or not free services, but, you know, a discount on services, something that will motivate the people into staying all the way. Because if you do a raffle, you don't want to do it in the beginning. You want to do it at the end when everybody's there and they know that there's going to be a raffle for something good and they want to win it, so they stay all the way through. You may even have your audience do a challenge or a contest of following you on Facebook or Instagram and liking your page for a free gift. And this is a great way to get more people to follow you or to press like on your stuff. mainly to follow you on Facebook or your business Facebook page or Instagram page. If you go to your Facebook and look me up and press follow, you are entering a raffle to win a free gift, and you may give a gift to everybody that liked your page or started following you. And this is a great way to gain your followers on social media. So this is a great way, and don't miss to give giveaways. The seminar is a whole deal, it's a whole package. You're giving information, you're giving out prices, you are packing your audience with so many valuable stuff, and you're leaving them with a great impression of you and your business. Then comes the refreshments and a break. So during the time, if you're going to be lasting an hour, if you have it set for an hour and a half, it's very important to take that short little break, because that breaks the ice between people. Food always brings people together. So if there's cookies, if there's appetizers, if there's drinks, coffee, whatever, people love that. So it's almost like a gift. So having refreshments ready, having something to give them, taking a little break to go to the bathroom, or to simply get up and ask a question to one of your guests that are sharing information, because maybe they're shy or embarrassed to raise their hands in front of everybody, and then that way they can have private conversations within that break. So it's very important to take a moment and have make it part of your schedule to have a small little break, just to grab a snack and a drink, and then go back to continuing with the seminar. At the end of all, after information is given, you cannot miss the most important finish detail, and that is the call to action, which means that always be sure to offer your service for a listing appointment before the seminar has ended. Don't assume the attendees already know that is your goal. Maybe the attendees is planning to interview some other agents. It's just important to be clear that you want to be one of the agents they interview, and hopefully the only agent that, the one agent that they choose to list their property with. So at the end of the seminar, you have to do the call of action, which means that you're going to be direct with them and ask that question: who here is planning to list their house, sell their house? Who here wants to set up an appointment to talk about the process of selling your home? So during the entire time, this has to be done, preferably at the end of your seminar, after all the information is given. People have won prizes, people have eaten stuff, and they're motivated, they have the knowledge. Now maybe that's what they needed to give that push into listing their house, and now they're ready. You're going to be the only one there to provide them or to offer them an appointment to schedule, a listing appointment, and to schedule to talk about the process of selling their house, have your brokerage agreement ready for them to sign. So this is very, very important. And at the end of it all, either you ask them as a group or ask them individually, but you have to ask a question directly. Do you want to list with me? Are you ready to sell your house? Let me help you. Following up immediately. So do not wait. Call the attendees within a day or two after the seminar has ended. Things will be fresh in their minds, and this is an excellent time to ask if they have any more questions or want to set up a listing appointment. I mean, the call to action, it is specifically that, asking to set an appointment with you. But, you know, if you ask the question and, you know, that person specifically didn't raise their hand, when you're following up, that's when you're gonna ask them the question and say, if you wanna set up a listing appointment, maybe they didn't know at the time, or maybe they didn't, just didn't wanna raise their hand. But with the follow-up call, you know, they might be more direct or honest with you to let you know what they wanna do, and then maybe get that listing appointment. It's also a good idea to send out a survey invite to get feedback. Although you may receive more feedback than listing appointments, but this will arm you with valuable information that can be used to improve your seminars over time and gain more listings. So this is something that will take practice. Your first time might not be as successful, but your second time will, and your third time will. And the more practice you get, the more to the point you're gonna get, and you might end up getting listings by the bulk, not just one or two, you know, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 listings in one seminar. I mean, I am not guaranteeing this 100%, but this is something that could happen if you do things right and follow the steps right. So don't wait around. You know, you're supposed to have a signing sheet for everybody that comes in with their names, phone numbers, and emails, and this will allow you to give a follow-up call. So don't just gather that information and just not do anything with it. You have to call them, you have to approach them afterwards. And well, that's the end of this training. I hope that this information was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below, and I will be checking the video here on my agent account. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope that every agent, you know, has their first seminar and second and third, and they are super successful. Thank you and have a great day.